We are walking to get lunch today, and we have passed this, like, the corner deli place, like, I've actually featured it in B-roll before on this vlog, but then Casey Neistat the other day actually put it in his vlog and told the story of how it's actually a new place that they made look dirty.
Yeah.
And I had never even considered eating there just because it looked like an old diner, but then he said that they had tacos there, and I was like, huh, yeah, maybe we should go try it.
So that's what we're doing.
Tables are for wait service only, but there's a park directly across the street. And what I did not realize about that place is it's not actually called like the Corner Deli. That's just like an old sign they put up to make it look like that, but it's actually called
La Esquina?
La Esquina. If I would have known it was actually a Mexican place, we probably would have eaten there way sooner than right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually not that expensive.
No, these tacos were $4 each.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way to try this without making a mess. My prediction is this avocado is going to slide right on out. I just ate my 2 tacos. Sarah's starting on hers, and they are very messy.
But so good.
My review is that they're probably the best, like, street style tacos I've had in New York. Like a generous amount of avocado, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Like the flavor of everything else is good. Tortillas are great. My only suggestion would be a little bit more black beans. Because the black bean flavor is really good, but you barely get a hint of it.
I agree.
And they are very messy. So this park is called Petrosino Park, or Square, I guess. And it's a pretty small, like, little park, but
yeah,
all around it, there's actually quite a few, like, really nice places.
Yeah.
So the taco place that we just had, it was our first time having that, obviously. But you have a lobster bar, and then Jack's Wife Frida is a pretty, like, well-known, famous place. Right next to that is a ice cream place that is actually serving cookie dough from the new, like, hipster dough place that's over by Washington Square Park. They partner with them. And then right next to that is Chef's Counter Club, which I don't know what is, but it's always busy.
Yeah. Well, I think it rotates restaurants. Like right now it's a doghouse, so I'm guessing bratwurst and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like constantly rotating.
And then on the other side you have a Champion Pizza, which is always great.
Lots of stuff.
And City Bikes as always if you want to get here. And on the south end of the park where the taco place is Kenmar Street. And when we were walking down Kenmar to get here, I noticed that a brand new bubble tea place opened. So we're gonna walk over there and check that out. So it's called CT. It's at the corner of Kenmar and Elizabeth. We got our teas minus bubbles.
Yeah.
Don't really like the tapioca bubbles. But we got the classic oolong milk tea. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot less sweet than other bubble tea places we've had. But this new place is very much geared towards millennials with Instagram accounts.
Yes.
The whole place is set up to take Instagram photos of. Each and every table has little like set pieces that you can do. Nice pastel colors, neon signs, inflatable pineapples.
Palm trees.
It's begging to be Instagrammed.
Even the cups are like a lot nicer than regular bubble tea places.
On our way to CT, I looked down the street towards Little Italy and saw that all the streets were closed down and there's a festival going on.
We're gonna see what it is.
So we still don't know why the streets are closed. It kind of seems like a festival, but maybe it's just closing the streets for the summer.
Maybe up here though.
Yeah.
Where's the funeral at?
Okay, so we found out that it isn't a festival. They just close the streets every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all summer long.
Yeah.
So all of Mulberry Street, and I guess we're walking down Hester right now, so Hester as well.
But that's kind of nice. You can just like casually not worry about anything else but people.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be a person in New York. You have to worry about the cars and the bikes, and the bikes have to worry about the cars and the people, and it's just a mess.
Yeah. It's very convenient to be able to walk in the middle of the street.
Yeah, it gives you more space.
We made it home. We originally stopped at this Elizabeth Garden Park thing to have this conversation, but it was really hot and there was only seats in the sun, and there were like lots of people within like
A couple of feet.
Reading. So we didn't want to disturb them. So we came home, and then it was so hot, so we had to cool down. So we've been sitting here for like 45 minutes, and Sarah's been searching for film cameras on Goodwill and eBay.
Yes. I can't stop looking for film cameras.
But a conversation that I wanted to have, because I've been thinking about the last couple days, and then at church this morning they mentioned something that like made me think about this. But there's the quote of comparison is the killer of joy. I also kind of read that as like comparison is the enemy of happiness. And so basically just wanted to have the conversation about comparison and like how dangerous it is to compare yourself to other people because of how much you are such a unique person and you have your own like unique path to happiness essentially, and how if you get in the same lane and you like go for the same things that make everybody else happy because that's supposed to be like the image of success, or you look to other people and you're like, man, I wish I had that, I wish I could do that, or whatever, the only thing that does is make you feel worse about yourself more than, I mean, really that's all it does.
Yeah. I also think it's worth pointing out that, you know, you're chasing what society or what everybody else says you're supposed to have without actually asking, like, is that what I want? Instead of, like, we're comparing instead of actually thinking about, like, oh, that's great for them, but what do I want? Like, is it something different?
Yeah, like, we find way more happiness in, like, living debt-free and living in New York City, even though we don't have, like, a ton of money, like that to us doesn't like bring happiness. Like my version of happiness is freedom. Like that's it. Like I don't really care about having a car or having like whatever it is. Like material possessions, like things, have never brought me true happiness. They brought me like a smile, I guess, like for the moment that I got it, like,
or like it's fun for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's more fun than it is happiness. Like whenever I get a new camera, you know, it's like super fun, but you know, after like a few weeks of having that new camera, it's not like I'm any more happier than I was a couple weeks ago. It was just fun to have something new. So having like material things definitely doesn't contribute to my happiness at all.
Yeah, and it's really easy to compare. It's like, oh, they have this, you know. But we also don't see anything else of their life. You know, you only see what people choose to let you see, I guess. So comparing really isn't even worth doing because you're comparing like a curated image, like that they have curated to show you.
So yeah, that was like, I guess, a random conversation to end this video with, but that's just something I was thinking about today just because it's such a hard thing to remember, and it's just a good reminder for all of us to not compare other people's lives to our own, because we all have value, and just because somebody else finds value in Lamborghinis and another person finds, you know, value in bikinis on the beach, like that their happiness, their value has nothing to do with you. And tonight, whenever you're scrolling on the old Instagrams and everything else, going to sleep, just keep in mind that is a curated life that somebody's putting out. They're probably in bed right now scrolling your Instagram at the same time.
Yep.
So that's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Just a reminder, we make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this channel. We also do a podcast called Deeply Curious. You can find that at podcast.codyjensen.com. I would highly recommend checking out the last episode called Does Anything Actually Go Viral or something like that. It's episode 17. We have a really good conversation, kind of somewhat revolving around this. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.